No long intro, no nonsense. Here is 6 tips to help you to improve at table tennis now. Tips number 1. We start out with something that's very relevant for most players. And this is a footwork tips that will help you to be so much faster close to the table. I guess you know that when you move in table tennis, you have bent legs and you're on your toes and you move sideways all the time and you keep around the same distance between your legs and you move both your feet. But when you're close to the table and it goes really fast, often one step with only one of the feet are enough. So for example, here you can see me, I'm in the middle and the ball comes deep to my forehand. I'm close to the table and I need to take it really fast. I go out with my right foot and attack the ball, and then it's very easy to just take one step back to the middle and be in my perfect position ready for every ball. I can do the exactly same if the ball comes deep to my backhand in a fast speed. I take one step to the side with my left foot, attack the ball, and I'm very fast to come back to my base position. Advice number 2 are going to make your receive game so much more dangerous. When people are serving, it's very common that the ball goes slightly longer than the white line, often by mistake when they try to serve short. But it can be a very tricky ball to actually attack well on. And here is an advice that will change that. I guess that it's very common that you want to attack on this ball, but you're scared to, for example, hit the table with your racket. And to solve this solution, it's so important to search up the ball really slowly, and then you make your fast acceleration when you are in the level, in height, and very close to the edge instead, because here you completely take away the risk to hit the edge. So when you master this to accelerate, when you're really close to the ball and in level with the edge, it's going to be so much easier to attack on half-long balls. And if you really master this, it will actually even be possible to sometimes attack on balls that would have bounced a second time on the table but close to the line. And of course, this technique is not limited to serve receives. It works absolutely the same if you get a half-long ball against you during the rally. Advice number 3. This one is so easy and simple that it's almost ridiculous. And it's that most players you are going to play against in your table tennis career are very bad when it comes to flicking on the forehand side. They can push it, but they struggle to have a good flick. And what's the solution to this? No spin, short serves to the forehand. It's so simple, but it's extremely worth to try out in every match you play to see if this is a weakness on your opponent. Because most players are going to push this ball, which is going to lead to simple mistakes and many balls that will get a little bit high, and you will have an easy ball to finish on. And we move on to the block game. And this advice is so simple, but it's going to take your opponent's match from a party to a... And it's just to take the ball really early when you're blocking. It's 2 very good reasons for this. 1, if you take the ball late, of course your opponents are going to have so much time to attack on the next ball, and it's going to be very easy for them. And 2, when you take the ball later, automatically it bounces up higher for your opponent, so they can go more forward and with more power on the next shot. But if you just succeed to take the ball really early, you don't need to do much. The ball is going to dive down, so the opponent gets forced to play more upwards, and they are going to have so much less time. So when your opponents are forced to play upwards, you're going to create yourself so much time to block the next ball too, or to counterattack it. Advice number 5. It's time to talk about length in your spin loop. As you maybe know, I am the spin loop's biggest fan, and I think you can make amazing results if you master it, both because it's very effective, but also because it's so safe to do. A perfect example of how effective the spin loop is Timo Boll. He has been ranked as the best table tennis player in the world, even if he almost never played power on backspin. But okay, let's move on to the length about it. If you're making a spin loop against your opponent's backhand, it's extremely important to have good length in it. Because if the ball bounces close to the net, they get an easy ball to attack on with their backhand push or to get pressure in the block, while if it bounces close to the edge, they are getting close to the body, it bounces up to them, it's harder to take, and it's especially very, very hard to put pressure. If you make the spin loop to your opponent's forehand, it's a bit different. If you play against someone who are close to the table and want to block or smash it, I still recommend you to have good length. But a lot of players want to counter-attack a spin loop. And when they are counter-attacking, they take a little step back. So if you have good length here, it's a very easy ball to counter-attack for them. Myself, I win so much on making my spin loop to my opponent's forehand as short as possible. I try to get it low over the net and bounce close to the net and dive down as close to the edge as possible. So when a player wants to counterattack it, they get forced to take it really, really low, and they will either make the shot of their lives, and I congratulate them for being lucky this time, or they are just going to make something that's for me a very simple mistake, but for them it's such a hard ball since they are taking it way too low. We finish off today's video with the tactical advice. Advice number 6. When you play against someone with a really strong forehand, play deep to their forehand more often. It sounds crazy and it goes against the feeling we have, because when we play against someone with a strong forehand, we are scared of playing in their forehand. But they are, in 99% of the cases, stronger from the backhand side of the table, both when they play backhand, but especially when they turn around. And they are very, very ready to turn around often. This makes it easy to surprise them with, for example, a deep push or a deep block deep to their forehand. Since they are ready to turn around, they are getting late to this ball, and it's very, very common that they make mistakes or put a lot less pressure on their forehand attacks from the deep side of their forehand. Thank you very much for watching today. If you want to learn something special in the future, please comment about it and leave a like if you enjoyed the video, and see you in the future.